What's up guys, I'm the Nerdy Ginger. Welcome to this quick little tutorial on how to get started with Super Voxel Party. I'm going to start by going over some of the basic settings, and then we'll get into what you can actually do on your turn on the board. If you're ready to skip to that section, just click on the go to the timestamp on screen. Now let's get started with some of these other settings. I'm going to start by coming over here to the left. This is where you can select what board you want. You can right click here to click through some of the other boards that we have. We have up to 16 in here, up 8 from the last version of this. These are the template boards. You only need to do this if you're actually going to go into board editor mode and make your own boards. For now, we're going to stick with Grand Canal. Over on the right over here, this is where you can change the number of turns. You can have a maximum of 100 turns, which will take forever. You probably don't want to do this, but you can also have a minimum of 6 turns if you are so inclined. Over here, you can turn on and off each individual bonus star. When you turn them on, they tell you what they will do. So if you want to have like the classic Mario Party experience with these 3 bonus stars, then you can do that. Back over here, I'm going to right click to go to minigame settings. This is just kind of over here on the other side of the lobby. This is where you can turn on or off any possible minigame in this. You can turn them all on. You can even turn them all off, in which case they will just be skipped whenever they come around. Or you can choose one of the nice presets we have, like the skill set for the more skill-based minigames in this collection. We can actually right click this to come back to board settings, and I'm actually going to go over to game settings next. This is over at the back top of the lobby. Another way to get here is by coming up through here. There's a nice little levitation. This is super fun. Over here, you can right click this to change the time of day. Let's do this at night. I think it looks kind of cool. Over here, you can choose how many stars everybody starts with, how many coins everybody starts with, or you can even change how many bonus stars are awarded at the end of the game. So you can even have all 8 bonus stars and basically have the rest of the game mean almost nothing if you really want to. You can do something ridiculous with a dice roll, like making it super crazy how far you can move, or go super slowly if you really want to. This I love. I love being able to start with some items and increase the number of slots that you have. I love Mario Party with as many items as possible, so I'm going to keep this on to have 6 item slots when the default is 3. These are just some of the other modes that you can play with. Teams mode, which is a 2v2 game. Reverse party, where you have to actually try to lose. And bingo mode, where you're assigned a bunch of random tasks and goals. So the goal of your Mario Party with this may not just be getting stars. So it's something a little bit more interesting. But we're going to keep this off for now to show off the basics. Some other settings over here. Super items and Vatty mode. These are some different settings for if you want to see more powerful versions of all the items show up. Thank you to our friend Vatty for for inspiring this mode. He is insane, and that's why we named a mode after him. With that, I think we're ready to get started on the actual party. One last note before we get started. You can, in fact, turn the music that you were hearing off and turn it back on here. Thank you so much, Yoshi, for creating this music for us. It's awesome. If you wanted to turn it down, you can come to your music and sounds. It's going to be the jukebox and note block sounds. You can see that turns down the volume. Just an FYI that if you do turn it all the way off and then turn it back up again, you won't hear it until the song is scheduled to loop again. But I can also, because I'm right here, I can turn the music back on and it kind of resets everything. Once you're ready to actually start the party, everybody that wants to join will have to right click this join players sign to queue themselves up to 4 players. And then once everybody's joined, right click to start. And then everybody can open up the chat with T and click on the team that they want to join. I'm going to skip the board tutorial text. Welcome to Grand Canal on a weird number of turns, because I decided to do that. First things first, I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff in your inventory that you might not always be aware of. You can view everybody's items with this little item right here. Basically everything in Voxel Party you use by putting it in your offhand, or for some of the stuff in party mode, you can actually drop it. If I were to put this in the offhand, I would be able to see everybody else's items in chat. Nobody else's, because nobody else is playing with me right now. Big sad, doing a tutorial all on my own. So yeah, that's very useful if you want to keep an eye on everybody's items. Next here you have the board map, which you can just open up. You can notice that you get night vision when you have this, and you can view the entire map, or if you put it in your offhand, you can become a spectator and actually fly around the board to see where everything is yourself. So now I can see where the star space is over here, and I can see where everybody else might be. You can open up your chat again and click return here, or you can just fly towards that purple armor stand that was generated. We also have a guidebook here. Right click this and you can kind of go through. This is kind of a reference material for Voxel, so if you want to see all the item descriptions and space descriptions and stuff like that, Also, if you were to drop this or put it in your offhand, this is how you would pause the game. So if somebody needed to leave for now, this would be like a safe spot for you guys to go and leave the server and come back another day if you want to. Then you can also completely quit the party if you wanted to by aborting the game and clicking confirm here. We're not going to do that. Let's go back to the party. Next up, you have your items. Like I said, you usually don't start with items, and you default to having 3 open slots. If you have more than 3 selected, you can see that they'll actually be in your inventory, so don't forget about them. If you want to use one, let's go with the triple berries. That seems fun. Like I said, put it in your offhand. And after I roll my dice, yeah, you can only use 1 item per turn, so keep that in mind, and it has to be before you roll your dice. And that was rolling my dice. Yeah, you put that in your offhand as well, big shocker, and then you jump to actually use it. And that you can see that item actually tripled the amount of spaces that I have. Super cool. This is how you get new items. This is a passable item space. This does not count against your roll, as you noticed when I walked over it. This opens up a chest, and I would actually press shift and click to get this into your first available slot. If you were to accidentally just like click it and put it somewhere else in your inventory, it will actually disappear permanently, so be careful about that. Don't do that. Just do the shift click. That's all you need to do. I would also make sure that you're not keeping items that you can't use this turn in your offhand, because when your turn ends, that will actually that will delete them. So let's keep them where they're supposed to be here. This is an equipment space. This is new to Voxel Party 2.0. These are basically permanent upgrades that you can upgrade throughout the game. So I have a tier 1 salvage sash now, which gives me a 4% chance to get your most recently used item back. You're not supposed to walk off and on the space, but for the sake of demoing, you can see that I can get new ones, or I might even upgrade the one that I have. Thank you for timing that out, RNG. So this is a prize pendant that gives 4 coins every time I win a minigame. Tier 1 would have done only 2 coins. So these are permanent upgrades that you can get throughout the game, and they're super cool. This is the star space. You'll see the big beacon that shows you where it is throughout the map. This will be like your main goal throughout the game, is to buy these. Most boards, it's going to cost 20 coins, but it can differ. Open up your chat, click yes. It'll spawn. I got a nice lovely star. I think I made myself start with some stars, so I have 5 for some reason. That's fun. And now you can see that the new one spawned over here. We're going backwards. We're cheating. Make sure that you're following the directions on the arrows, please. That's what they're for. And next up over here, we're going to have the item shop. This is where you can buy items of your choice. So you can see it's going to be a random pool every time. Again, not supposed to walk on and off the space, but for the sake of demoing, I'll show you that it can be like a new pool with new items and even new amounts of items. So you can hover over them to see their effects. I'll click on one, and it will be a chest again, just like the other item spaces. So make sure you open it up and shift click it. Make sure that you don't forget your item, because if you walk away, it will disappear. So don't do that. Lastly, I'm going to come all the way up here, nice and cheating, show you the equipment shop. This is just like the equipment space. In the item shop, I guess, this is where you would actually buy equipment. They always cost 5 coins no matter what tier you have. So I can buy some of the ones that I don't have, like the coin crown and the boost boots, or I can choose to just kind of specialize and keep upgrading on the prize pendant so that I can do super well in mini games. That's actually the last thing I'm going to show you today. I won't explain what all of the spaces do, since you can see what they do in lobby, and you can also open up this book here to see what some of the different spaces and items actually do. For now, I'm gonna stick this in my offhand, get off of that space. Yeah, sometimes you have to get off the space in order to actually do that. I'm gonna stick that in my offhand, and we're going to abort the game and reset everything and come back to the lobby. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy playing Super Voxel Party. Be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe for some more Super Voxel Party content. Enjoy your party. Peace out. Bye-bye.